name's Akram. This is my wife Shawna. This is Willie Nelson. It's a 98 Ford E350 Power Stroke bus. We built it ourselves. Yeah.
So this is our outdoor table. It's a cedar slab that we polyurethane. Akram routered our name into it, so it's like our name tag. And then when we're getting crazy at a campsite, it's a table.
Okay, we're gonna show you some other stuff on the outside of the bus. Over here we have our battery box. We have 4 100 amp hour AGM batteries. Oh man, I locked it. I thought it was unlocked. Alright, so here's the battery box. They're all in series, parallel. We also have our propane tank down here. Over here we have our outdoor shower that we put in. It does go to the 46-gallon water tank inside and does have hot water. This is our RV fill port and just our standard dump for our gray tank, which is just sink water. So we are from Texas, so we did get a King Ranch ranch hand bumper. I had to custom fit it, do some welding, had to stretch this out a bit and build a custom mount plate for it.
Okay, so here is the back, our ladder up to the rooftop deck. Come on, and I will show you some goodies up there. So the roof holds, the front half holds 600 watts of solar panels. The back half is a cedar deck that we built. The whole decking was one piece that we had help from our welder friend, and then we just added to it. There's a little catwalk so we can easily clean the chimney in the tiny wood stove or the solar panels. We house our little outdoor rug up here. We had to keep a hole for the Max fan, and he had to have his fishing pole holder, which has proven to be very epic. So we don't have to keep him inside.
Saves 500 bucks.
Yeah.
So the deck was built with 1x6 cedar decking that we got from Home Depot. The actual metal was done with 1x1 angle iron, 1x1 square tubing, and the actual mount to the bus is a 2x2 angle that bolts to the top of the bus. Here we put a lot of chain links that I just welded in for tie downs, and I put it on every corner and on the outside. Yeah. So for the paint job, we wanted a nice vintage custom paint job. We bought Sherwin-Williams epoxy paint. It uses a hardener mixed in with a reducer. Turned out great for us. It was a long process, but we're very happy with it.
So for the door, we wanted to keep the original Skoolie doors. We love the windows and we love the look, but we wanted to go with a Dutch door design, I think is what it's called. So we had our welder weld it together, and then we told him to cut it in half and definitely add some braces. But here's what it does. We've got it on a gas strut here so that it doesn't slam open. And then we have a little locking mechanism here where we can close just the bottom half. And that, we have a little Yorkie. We can lock her in there but have some airflow, or have it completely closed. And then, of course, our bug netting. So we love having that. So the deadbolt is actually house grade, home grade, I guess. This is a box that's actually in there, so it locks from both sides with a key. So that's it for the exterior of the bus. Come inside and we'll show you what we did in there.
So for the stairs, we did vinyl flooring with stair noses, and then we put some tile here on the side. Over here is kind of this is our light switch and my fire area, I guess you'd call it. Over here we have lots of extra just little storage for her plants and random things that we need as soon as we park. We just wanted to utilize this space because last time it wasn't utilized. All right, this area here, we wanted to make a shelf just to put some plants and nice things up here. Right here we put some switches for this controls our water pumps, our outdoor lighting, any fans, any power to anything on the exterior, some things in here. Here's just our sticker wall. Down here is just the dash. We put a custom radio in and it's built in with a backup camera already. And then over here is our electrical compartment. You can't really see it, but it's all behind here. It's our charge controller and everything.
So this is the dinette area. It's a little bit elevated because we had to fit our chest style fridge and freezer combo, which is under this seat where he is sitting. We can swap compartments to be all fridge, all freezer, or change them up. This table will go down to become a couch or a guest bed. We just lift it out, set it down, and then of course we have plenty of storage under this seat as well. So the curtains I made, I'm not the best sewer on the planet, but they are pocket curtains. They do have reflectix inside of them. So this side is just canvas, but we used wool military blankets on the back side because they won't mildew, and there's a lot of condensation having so many windows, keeping it temperature controlled. We hung it with copper piping just from the plumbing section at Home Depot. And then I had to have my cute little light with the Edison bulb in it. That runs off of 110, but it adds a vibe.
So here we got our upper cabinets, I would call them. This is all pallet wood that we broke down ourselves. And we just put a little bit of tung oil, all natural tung oil, to make it pop. Each individual board will make something cool to me. And then here, this is called cane webbing. My wife really wanted it in there, so we found some. It was hard to find, but we did get some, and we love it. Just little door knobs here that we found at Home Depot. And also, down here, we have two pretty big compartments, one for shoes and one for laundry, but it goes pretty much the depth of as far back as we can. Huge benefit. And then here we have a USB charging port down here, and we also have one in the back.
This is a queen size bed. It's a short queen, but it is made out of wool and cotton. I found it online. It's very comfortable. It's all natural and all that good stuff. We just fit, because our bus is actually only 6 foot 4 inches wide, so it's a little narrower than your standard bus, but this sleeps us perfectly. And then we have a little inset decor shelf for all my knickknacks, my salt lamp and my little moon and my eye masks and lotions and things like that I can just reach up and grab while we're in bed.
Under the bed we have a 46-gallon water tank and also lots of storage. It's basically our little garage down there. It houses our diesel heater, a lot of the plumbing, 46-gallon water tank like I said, backpacking gear, and a lot of just random tools that I would need on the road. So here we have the diesel heater. This is the vent for it. It is the Chinese diesel heater we got off online, I believe on Amazon. We love it. It was easy to install. It was relatively cheap. It does the job so far for us. We haven't had a really cold winter yet, but we are loving it. So this is our kitchen here. We used a piece of black walnut slab that we bought. We originally bought it at 8 foot and much wider, but we made it work. We did epoxy fill-ins for the cracks here, and then a epoxy bar top countertop. And here we have a little plug that will pop out. It's all wired into our inverter and all through the bus. That's a great addition. 2-burner stove. We got a pretty deep sink, which we're pretty happy with. This does extend so you can take showers on the outside from here as well. Down here, this houses our Berkey water filter and our hot water heater in the back. When we do use the hot water heater, we do vent the window. Over here we have a little slide out pantry that we built. With something that we saw in a lot of people's builds, and we just wanted to incorporate it in this one. Here we have our inverter and a little bit more storage. And down here we have 2 drawers we try to utilize all this space because there's a lot of dead space usually here, and I just wanted to use the whole thing. And this is all pallet wood again. Everything's pallet wood in here.
This is our bathroom area and our heater. Here we have a tiny wood stove by Cubic Mini. It is the Cub version, which is rated for about 150 square feet. It's about double what we have in here. So it keeps us super cozy. It's protecting the windows and the wall. We have copper coated aluminum sheeting that's removable, so it doesn't have to be there to block the windows all the time. For safety, we have an AFG fireball. We went with the mossy one because I wanted it to be cute, of course, but it's a self-detonating fire extinguisher, which is awesome to have if you're away from the bus. And down here houses our Nature's Head composting toilet. It'll just pull out and slide in like that. And we keep all of our toiletries down here. And then we also have our under cabinet light switch here for the kitchen, and then a power button for our inverter. We don't leave it on all the time, but when we need to use it, it's easy to just tap it on right there.
So up here we did cedar tongue and groove ceiling. Also we did Havelock wool insulation through the whole bus. We love the smell of the cedar. It gives just a certain smell, something that we like. The all natural wool has been great. It's water wicking, helps prevent mold, and has been great for us. We use it in the walls, the floors, and the ceiling. So when we did our Havelock wool, it was hard to get, and we had to have it shipped in. We did pay around $6.50 for it, but I think it's well worth it. The flooring in the bus is PVC vinyl flooring. It's waterproof, it works great, it has a little bit of forgiveness to it with movement, and we use it on both buses. It's been great for us.
So we do have the Max Air vent fan in the ceiling here. We did have a janky hatch when we bought this bus that needed to be removed, but we were able to retrofit it with sheet metal and seal it up. I know a lot of buses don't opt to put fans in, but for us, I don't know how we would survive without it. We're in love with it. It will pull in the air or exhaust when you're cooking. So we've had it in both of our buses and we wouldn't go without it. How long did it take to build this? It was about 8 months start to finish. Pretty much full time with the exception of, snowpocalypses and things like that. Our budget was, of course, exceeded, but we ended up spending around $28,000 to $30,000 on the entire build. How do we make money on the road? I actually work in the mortgage business, which is a remote job. I'm commission only, so I just work as needed. Akram does a lot of contract work, and other than that, we also have a rental property back in Texas where we're from.
So advice to anybody that wants to do this lifestyle: it's going to be hard. There's going to be issues. You're going to run into roadblocks, but keep going because it's really great. It's well worth it. The lifestyle's fun. The people are great. Who we meet and who we hang out with has been great, and we've created big caravans out of it.
It's 1,000% worth it. You might stop and question and be like, what the heck am I doing? Just keep going because you won't regret it.
So I'm Akram. This is my wife Shawna. We're Willie Nelson. We're in a 98 E350 5-window short bus. 7.3 power stroke.
You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at Wheelie_Nelson. And if you have questions about your build or need advice or places to stay, please reach out. We are happy to help. We thrive off of that. And we wish everyone would do van life or bus life or whatever floats your boat from a vehicle perspective. So hit us up.
Thanks for watching our tour. Maybe we'll see you guys on the road.